Bill Gates said that he tracked his Microsoft employees and noted who stayed late in the office and who left early. And oftentimes than not, the people that left early were the ones who got fired. Fast forward to present day, Bill Gates said that he wished he would have known the value of family and taking time off during his commencement speech for Northern Arizona University. Now, Bill Gates never officially finished his undergraduate degree. He did go to Harvard University for 3 semesters, and then he dropped out to start Microsoft, a company that has a $2 trillion market value. He started his commencement speech by asking this one question: what does a college dropout know about graduation? His answer: not much. However, he thought about the advice that he would have liked to hear if he would have graduated. And he talked about 5 pieces of advice that he wished he would have known back then that he knows now. First piece of advice: your life isn't a one-act play. He said, and I quote, "You're probably facing a lot of pressure right now to make the right decisions about your career. It might feel like those decisions are permanent. They're not." He talked about the troubles that he faced while co-founding Microsoft in 1975, and he talked about how he was scared that he would work there for the rest of his life. And he said that he was so glad that he was wrong about his assumption. Bill Gates was the CEO until 2000, and he was on the board of directors until 2014, and then he officially stepped down from the company. Now, to this day, he noted that he still works on software, but his main priority is his philanthropy. Bill Gates co-founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with his ex-wife, Melinda French Gates. Since stepping down as CEO, they have donated more than $65.6 billion in grant payments to global issues. He ended his first advice by saying, "It's a good thing to reevaluate yourself and your goals, even if they don't align with what you originally imagined." Bill Gates' second piece of advice: you are never too smart to be confused. Bill Gates said that when he dropped out of college, he thought that he knew everything, until he didn't. And then he had to eventually realize that the first step to learning something new is leaning into what you don't know, instead of focusing on what you do know. He said, and I quote, "At some point in your career, you will find yourself facing a problem you cannot solve on your own. When that happens, don't panic. Take a breath, force yourself to think through it, and then find smart people to learn from." And his ending point was, don't be afraid to ask for help, or don't be afraid to ask for advice from your professional network. Now, Bill Gates' third piece of advice that he wished he would have gotten on his graduation day is gravitate towards work that solves a problem. Last year, Bill Gates donated more than $5 billion to his Gates Foundation, which was the largest known charitable donation of 2022. He encouraged students to take opportunities to help others just like him. He said, and I quote, "You are graduating at a time of immense opportunity to help people. New industries and companies are emerging every day that will allow you to make a living by making a difference. When you spend your days doing something that solves a big problem, it energizes you to do your best work. It forces you to be more creative, and it gives your life a stronger sense of purpose. Opportunities are endless when you help other people." And that led to Bill Gates' fourth piece of advice: don't underestimate the power of friendship. One of Bill Gates' biggest college regrets was not being sociable enough while he was at Harvard. He said he spent most of his time in the class or studying and hardly made any friends. This is why he told the graduates to make sure that they valued the connections that they made throughout their college years. He said, and I quote, "The people you socialize with and sat next to in lectures are not just your classmates. They are your network, your future coworkers and colleagues. The only thing more valuable than what you walk off stage with today is who you walk on stage with." And this is true for Bill Gates' life. In fact, his high school best friend, Paul Allen, became his Microsoft co-founder. And one of his few college friends, Steve Ballmer, became his successor as Microsoft CEO. Warren Buffett once told him, "In the end, is how friends really think of you and how strong those friendships are. That's what matters the most." And last but not least, the fifth most important piece of advice he wished he would have got if he would have went to his college graduation: you are not a slacker if you cut yourself some slack. Bill Gates said it took him becoming a dad for him to realize there's more to life than just work. Then I quote, "Don't wait as long as I did to learn this lesson. Take time to nurture your relationships, celebrate your successes, and recover from your losses. Take a break when you need to, and take it easy on the people around you when they need it the most." Bill Gates also noted that working hard can lead to an increased pay or a climb up the corporate ladder, but you shouldn't do it at the expense of living your life. For so long, Bill Gates never believed in weekends or the vacations, and he also made sure that he always tracked his employees whenever they left early or who stayed late. He even went on to say that during his early days at Microsoft, he thought that his employees should never believe in weekends or vacations either. However, as time progressed, it looks like Bill Gates now knows the meaning of life and decided to share with everyone who would listen. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with the 5 pieces of advice that Bill Gates gave during his commencement speech? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe for some more Taylor Talks. And as I always say, guys, stay safe. See ya.